My book that I chose is called Love You Forever. My mom would always read this book to me when I was younger, and now when we went through it together, just before I started videotaping, she started crying because this book is about a mom who just loves her son just like any other mom does. And she watches him grow up, and as he grows up he goes through these terrible phases, like he's a troublesome 2, he's a crazy teen. She feels like she's just living in a zoo, and she gets frustrated with him just like any parent does. But every night she says this one poem, or she sings a song to her son, no matter how old he is, from a baby till she even sneaks into his house when he's adult. She says, "I love you forever, I like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." And it's special to my mom because obviously she's a mother and she has watched her kids grow up, and so through the years sometimes she says that poem to us, and yeah, it actually means something to me. And so anyways, the book, she gets older just like every person does, and so when she calls her son and says, "I'm very old and sick," he goes to her house and she tries to sing him the song, and she can't because she's just too old and too tired and too weak. So it's fun because as that kind of changes, the roles change, and he picks her up, puts her on his lap, and rocks her back and forth, and he says the poem to his mom, and I'm sure she was very touched. And the book ends with him going up to his daughter's room, his baby daughter's room, and starts that tradition with her. So this book is just cool because it's been something that I've been reading like my whole life. My mom's read it to me, I've read it, and I'm sure as a dad I'll probably cry when I have little kids when I read it to them. But it's just a cool book because it's a very real book, and it just talks about how we grow up and get older. And I think that it's just cool that my mom and I dug this book out and were able to go through it together, and we read it together. And she tried rocking me back and forth, but I'm too big for her. So yeah, this was just a really cool childhood book that I really love, and will probably cherish forever until I'm an adult. So if you ever have a chance to read this book, I would totally recommend it. It's obviously a children's book, so it's an easy read. And for all parents out there, this is a good book to read and get to know, because yeah, it's something that we go through in life, and we go and struggle and get frustrated with kids, but at the end of the day, you know, you still love them. So it's a good book that's just been tied to my heart. So yeah, thanks for watching.